game, win at life, have no shame. There's no time, feel the pain, live the grind. I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb. The only way to win at life, I never miss, that's fact. Taking big swings, bitch.
Hey YouTubers, thanks for tuning back into another video. We're going to knock out a couple things in one fell swoop here in this video. So without much intro, we're going to talk about the lifted CRV and kind of how it's finished. And then we're going to dive into this sedan, EG Civic, that you might have seen on social media. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we just got back. We had to run, grab some handy dandy spark plugs and the Milky Way. But we got some engine oil and some bolts for all this fun business going on behind me. But we got our toy back. So long story short, last week our CRV spent most of the week at the spa, and he came back a little taller, but for the majority of it, it was all for an alignment. These are kits that you can buy on the internet. This one's a 3-inch in the front, 2.5-inch in the rear. It comes with your camber and your cam bolts, eccentric bolts for the front. And I put it all on, got it close, had to use a lot of my own research because it didn't come with instructions. I didn't splurge and buy the HRV. I think they're located actually pretty close to me in Mooresville. But overall, this kit worked. It's a little bit taller in the front. From the ground to the fender well, it's 35 inches. In the rear, it's 34 inches. So as we kind of do this is brand new struts as well. Hopefully it'll settle a little bit in the front, and then that will be a little bit, closer in range. But it looks pretty good. It drives pretty good. These are 29-inch MT tires. They're 235/70 15s, and they're on a set of 235/75. They're on a set of VMS Blackhawks. The offset actually paired really well with these, so it doesn't stick out a whole lot. Keeps it clean. Welcome to the wet weather in North Carolina here today. So overall, though, it turned out pretty good. So boys and girls, I have a 1995 Civic 4-door on the lift, and if you follow me on social media, I've posted quite a bit of this. I think I bought this chassis back in December, maybe early January. I had it for a while. It had a single cam in it. It actually ended up being a driving. I put it around here. The battery kept going dead, so I think the battery was just weak. The more I let it sit, the worse it got. So it probably just was something that needed a little TLC. But my buddy Corey is actually going to use the engine. I'm using the body, and I picked up quite a few pieces just over the time with different projects, and I bought a B20. So we're kind of going to relive our purple EK hatch all over again in a 4-door, but to much smaller goals and aspirations, because this isn't going to be a track car. This is going to be something that I might play with it on the drag strip, but something that I want to drive everywhere. I don't want to just be limited to the drag strip like most of the other cars. So there's going to be kind of some phases along this. We've broadened our scope. We're now a PLM dealer. I'm working with 1320 Performance, a couple others that we'll save for future videos, to try to get a lot of these parts accessible for myself for these builds, to mainly reduce costs, but also be able to kind of provide the content and then give almost like an unbiased review. So like in the past, we've used, certain turbos, and we've continuously gone back to that brand, that manufacturer, kind of exploring the budget brands, or a lot of the more affordable brands that are out there now, because almost everybody makes something similar or clones somebody else's product. So just kind of dabbling in it a little bit as we go. But overall, I'm excited to share this with you. So I'm going to quit rambling, and we're just going to dive in. I've got him up on the lift, so we're going to lower him down. And I think you can see him right there in the TV. So let's jump right in. So I haven't not touched the inside. He needs a church cleanup for sure. It's been sitting for a while too, so it's kind of like musty, like it's been shut up. But as I mentioned, I've been picking up a lot of parts. You guys may or may not have seen kind of the beginning video that I posted. It was just a bunch of photos with some time lapse. This is a B20. This is a B20Z from like a 99 CRV. I actually bought the head separate, took the head off the engine that I bought, and this is a P8R. So this one's been mildly polished. Someone was doing like a do-it-yourself port job. You might have seen some of the cleanup photos. It looks a lot smoother and fancier than it actually is ported, but nonetheless, it's going to do the job. We've got a set of our Ghost Delta regrind cams, a set of springs. We've got factory style valves, new timing kit, stock bottom end. We've got a top mount 1320 Performance T3, T4 manifold. We've got a 44 millimeter wastegate. I've started building, most of the intercooler kit is complete at this point. We've been waiting on a few parts. So like a blow off valve is still in the mail. It actually arrived today, so I'm going to do that off camera tonight. A wastegate, our fitting for our inlet. We've got a distributor to figure out. I've actually got to rewire one. A engine coolant temp sensor here. Back motor mount, T-bracket, engine harness, radiator, quite a few different pieces. So the plan with this is hopefully to have it running. We're going to actually start it on an OBD1 Snake ECU. So if you guys are interested in seeing anything in particular, this is your chance. I've done a lot of videos in the past. A lot of it now kind of seems kind of mute to me. So I don't want to repeat the same process, but if it's something you're interested in, by all means, I don't even care to like take photos or explain it via social media. I don't mind helping one bit. But with that being the case, this is a totally stock engine. So our goals on this are going to be pretty mild. It looks a lot fancier and it's probably a lot more capable than what we're actually going to push it to. But you never know. That's kind of how the last one started too. And then things just kept running away with it. So as this kind of goes forward, it's going to be kind of like a budget on the back burner. We probably won't invest a lot of money in this. That's kind of the goal. That's what makes it fun for me, because there's always a threshold in which that things become no fun anymore. So we'll save some of that expense for some of the other cars. But I wanted to just kind of share this with you guys, share the update on the CRV, catch you guys up to speed, invite you back for another video because there's going to be another one. I've got several items here, some nuts and bolts and some stuff to work on. So as I get to work, make sure to enjoy this video, leave it a like, drop me a comment, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you guys. She ain't going nowhere.